up, Misfits? It's your boy Cristo coming back at you, pre-recorded live. Shout out to my boy Jeff, the regular on YouTube. As always, I got my boy with me.
What's going on, guys? It is Rocky Raccoon, and it is November 28th, episode 38. And I just want to get right off with it and say shout out to Zilla 2014 for answering our question for last week's podcast. You got it right, so be expecting
last week's conversation, our debate on who that name was.
The debate on
we were
who the
talking
name
about
was.
Balto. And then there was another dog who did majority of the work than Balto, but never got any credit. So shout out to Zigzilla 2014.
Yep. 2014, and you got the answer right with Togo. Togo was the dog that ran 75% of that run across the Antarctic plain, and then the last 25% was Balto, who actually delivered the serum. So good job on that. Expect a message from us to get all your information, and I hope you like it. And
thanks for listening. Thanks for commenting.
That's
subscribing.
right.
You guys are awesome.
Yep, and just so all you guys know, expect something big. Answer our questions, answer our quizzes, answer our tests, and you're going to get something. So, again, thank you for playing the game, Zilla 2014, and expect something big coming to you. And, again, here we come at you. I'm going to say live, one take, baby. No cuts, no edits. Let's go.
No cuts, no edits, no wham bam. Thank you, ma'am. Let's go, baby. What's going on, Rock? How you been, dude?
I've been good, man. It's actually been an odd winter coming up right now, man. It's been kind of warm. No snow yet. We just had
cold,
that.
Just no snow.
Right. I rode my bike to work today. Froze my huevos off.
It happens, eh? Did they stick to your bike like Joe Dirt? How he had to get the spatula for his dog?
Almost.
Yeah, that happens, man.
Yeah, it was good.
I was telling you about this, dude. I was telling you the Farmer's Almanac told us a few episodes back that this winter is going to be cold, dry, and here we are. Cold and it's dry. It snowed a little bit. It's gone the next day.
Dude, it snowed. Yeah, it snowed a little bit. Gone the next day. Maybe in the higher areas like Colorado Springs, Denver, Colorado, Fort Collins. Let me know what you guys got in the past couple of weeks. How many inches you guys got? The last biggest storm we had, I think, was beginning of October. It was like 6 inches of snow here.
Yeah, it was like in the middle of October because I think it was cold during Halloween season, so it was like middle of October.
Broke branches, everything, and I was like, here comes winter, man. Early winter. It's gonna be a hard winter, and it hasn't been nothing since down here, at least.
Right, and you know what? Around our neighborhood, it's always the power's always going out. It hasn't gone out yet.
It hasn't.
That is true. Yet, it's either your house or my house is always going out. Because I'm always hitting you up. I'm like, yo, man, you got power? You're like, yeah, man, I got power.
Yep.
I'm like, no way, dude, I don't got power.
That is
like
true.
our grid splits.
We're literally
like one house.
Yeah, it goes my house,
neighbor's
Randy's neighbor's house, Randy, random. I don't know. I'm a gamer, so I say Randy for random.
Yes.
So my house, random.
My house.
His house, and it's like split.
Sometimes the power goes out. He'll have power. I won't have power. Like we're on a different grid, like literally one house difference.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's weird.
I don't know, man.
I don't know.
So
like, let me know down in the comments if what type of winter you guys expect we're gonna have coming up. If it's gonna be a cold, dry winter or a cold, harsh winter when it comes to heavy snow, wet snow. Let me know.
Let me know, man.
Let me know.
I don't know. I'm going to let you know about something real quick, man.
Let me know.
We're talking about the Broncos. Last episode, we always talk about the Broncos or the Patriots or any sports team, UFC, whatever. We're talking about it, man. And the subject I want to talk about now is an individual who played for the Broncos. He was a Hall of Famer.
Yep.
We all see him. We all know who he is. When we watch him play, we cheer for him, even though he's not on the Broncos anymore.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do know who you're talking about.
Who am I talking about?
That's going to be All-Star MVP,
All-Star
Super Bowl
MVP,
Mr. Von Miller.
Von Miller. Tell me about this guy. What's going on in the latest headlines with this guy?
A lot of people probably see a lot of headlines that they don't. Okay, let me.
I'll be honest. Well, when we talk about headlines, I'll be honest with you. I just read them real quick and then I'll talk about them. I don't really read about them or go into detail or the paragraphs that belong with that title. So
right. So, obviously, you guys are probably seeing the title out there about Von Miller supposedly assaulting his wife. Okay, supposedly. Okay. So those are all the headlines you're going to see right now. Boom, 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 boom. But I want to bring something else up that's not in the headlines. Okay. Because this is a supposed assault on his wife, which me personally
supposed.
I don't think
Allegedly,
it's true.
right? They said
Allegedly.
It happened on. It happened last Wednesday. So he allegedly assaulted his girlfriend at that time. But that's alleged. Who knows?
Yeah.
So there's a warrant out for his arrest right now in Dallas, Texas. So if you see him, book him up. Maybe you get some money. I don't know. I like the dude. We all like the dude.
I like him.
All you bounty hunters out there.
Yeah. So I also want to bring up something else that's in the news that you guys probably don't see about Von Miller is that he has, since 2012, being on the Denver Broncos. He's obviously with the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo right now. Been there for a couple years. But he is a Denver Bronco Hall of Famer, no matter what. Okay, since 2012, he has had a program called Von Vision. Okay, Von Vision in this last year has given $5.2 million to kids with low income to get glasses, any type of care when it comes to the vision to low income kids. So think about that. And then what else is in the news to make this young man look bad right now? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you. I get what you're saying.
You know, and he's not even in Colorado, and he's still giving back to us.
Well, here's the thing about Von Miller too. On and off the field, he displays as a classic guy. He dresses classic, nice guy. Clean cut dude. You know what I mean? So I've never seen him as like a Antonio Brown character.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah, no, complete sense. Complete sense. Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know, maybe things happen. You know what I mean? Who knows?
Things happen.
Allegations. This just been published. We were just hearing about this now, so
that's true.
We'll follow up on it next week. You know what I mean? So.
And everybody knows the news is known for twisting the story.
So the news is just like
more of a guideline.
It's run by the government.
Yeah.
It's an agenda. They're always trying to push us the way they want to push us and corral us in any kind of way they want to corral us. So, I mean, in other news, you got Elon Musk. He's in headlines lately.
Yeah, he's been in headlines
definitely
lately
talking about the media. Definitely talking about big
corporations.
Big corporations. You know what I mean?
The top 1% out there. Absolutely. He's been in the news, for doing what he does, and that's speaking his mind, speaking the truth, and. He's obviously a powerful man.
Freedom of speech kind of guy.
Yeah, freedom of speech, and he's not afraid to say what he says, but he's also a humble guy, and he's not afraid to apologize when he's said something wrong.
Correct. And the one thing about when he took over Twitter and rebranded it to X was he found out that Twitter was a one-sided agenda kind of platform,
right?
And then now it's an equal platform for anybody to do and say what they want, and that's. Right. Why he's in the headlines and in all the news articles at the moment is because it's all about freedom of speech.
Right, absolutely.
They're saying like now on X you see a lot more explicit videos or explicit speech or hate speech and things like that. And yes, he has like people that are scrubbing, a lot more things that we're not seeing and we shouldn't be able to see.
That's with anything.
And then now there's people going out there that work for the government or they're displaying, declassified or unclassified things. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like he's getting a lot of hate because it's a freedom of speech, and he's like, "This is my platform. This is what it's used for. It's not used or being pushed for any other agenda." You know what I mean?
Right. And I respect that of him, and he's obviously got the means to back himself up, and like I said, he is. I think a respectable man all around. Supposedly he made some tweets. Let's call them tweets for the people that don't call it X. Made some tweets recently that people didn't like, and he came out and formally apologized for that and said, out of the 30,000 tweets that he's made, this is probably the worst one that he's put out. And he humbly apologized for it.
Yep.
To publicly apologized and but there's one thing that he followed up with that, and as he followed up with that, the old CEO of Twitter was there as well, and as well as a CEO of Disney, Bob. And he said, if you're going to blackmail me with advertisement money, then you can go screw yourself.
Right.
Right. And I think that resonates, and it's a very powerful statement saying that, I don't need you to do what we're doing, but he still came out and apologized for things that
And I think he's talking
wrong.
about like all those corporations who are just trying to, blackmail or put a foot on someone's neck that's smaller or something like that. You know what I mean? He's like, hey, we're
Right.
for the people. You got to fight against the machine. And I think that's what Elon Musk says. He's on the people side. You know what I mean? He's like one of the richest men in the world, and he's, for the people. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's not one of those rich, greedy people that want more and give us less. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're taking from us. He doesn't take anything from us. He's given us, technology. Right. These other people are just taking what's rightfully ours. You know what I mean? We work hard for these people, and they give us pennies. You know what I mean? So, I mean, power to the people, man, and that's what he's doing.
And that's a reason a lot of people come to America is for freedom. You know what I mean? And a lot of people say freedom isn't free these days.
That's for sure. And a lot of things too is like this whole border crisis. The southern border is just out of control too. He's been down there a few times too.
He has.
And the thing is with that is like, we're sent, like you see a lot of people talking about how we're sending billions of dollars to other countries and stuff like that. Well, how come we're not sending billions of dollars to our homeless or our southern border or, this, that, or the other, or to the American people? You know what I mean? Right. Where's our money at,
Yeah, and it's weird, and it seems like whenever we do get something like that, they almost like look at it as bad. Like there was a hotel owner, when it started getting cold and in winter here in Colorado, there was a hotel owner that had opened the doors to the homeless people here somewhere out, by Denver, out. So I don't know
up north,
the same, but
gets cold.
Gets super cold, and he told opened his doors, told everyone come in for the night and lay up in there so they don't get sick, don't die in the cold out there. Frigid cold out there, man.
Yeah, it would suck to be homeless in Colorado. I'll just tell you that right now.
He got in a lot of trouble, man, for doing that.
Yeah, I don't
and
know,
it's like,
man.
why,
Here's the
though?
thing. Here's the thing with that too, because I know there's programs out there that like pick up the homeless and take them somewhere else.
Yeah,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because that's just like putting them somewhere else, and then that's like
making it
someone
your
else's problem.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's only getting worse.
It's a big issue, and it's a lot to think about and to ponder about right now. Like how do you solve it? And there's ways that they're trying, and there's always going to be that part of it's like that's not the way to do it. Like you have the like a big thing right now is like how people put up homeless deterrent, in a way where it's like they,
sure, like spikes or
yeah, and a lot of people are like
rails or barriers.
Yeah. So like, what's that about? And I understand everyone's trying to like keep, their streets, quote unquote, sanitary, clean, whatever,
And what's crazy thing is like we talked about this last episode too. Like we had visitors from China come over. They came to visit California in the San Francisco area, and it was really bad homeless, and they cleaned it up in like a week before these people showed up. It's like, how come we're not doing that everywhere else? And where did they put those people at? And what did they do with them? You know what I mean?
Right.
Did they put them somewhere where they're benefiting, or did they just shoo them out and just like destroy all their stuff, throw in the trash?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? There's right and wrong things to do, but two wrongs don't make a right. You know what I mean?
That's pretty deep too. Two wrongs don't make a right. Think about that. That's why this is such a big problem in our country right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to solve any of this stuff. Like, I'm a small town. You know what I mean? So my thoughts are, pretty small and ambitious to like a big city thing. You know what I mean? Because, in the small town, we don't really have that much homeless, but it's different now because you're starting to see a lot more panhandlers now in our town. A lot more people pushing carts around. You see a lot more people walking around aimlessly. You can tell they're on some kind of substance. You're like, yo, we need to get these people some help. And the thing is living in a small town, it's like you see these people all the time. So why aren't agencies being like, hey, let me help you?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know. And then you got other articles saying that like this county is corrupted, or this commissioner is corrupted, or the judge is corrupted. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just hitting us more now at home, and maybe we're realizing it more because technology is in everybody's face nowadays.
Right, and it's I don't know. It's just crazy. But let's switch gears a little bit. And I know we always talk about some how Colorado's got some pretty rough terrain here and there. And
yeah, like last week we talked about that guy in the mist.
Yep. You said he was in an ATV.
Going off the cliff.
Yep, going off the cliff. And we always talk about being aware of your surroundings.
Situational awareness.
Right. So on the 22nd of November, the recovery team up in the Rocky Mountains had to do a 9-hour mission to recover a vehicle that went over the ledge.
Oh, man.
I think it was over by the Blue River. But and the thing is like it's perfectly preventable. When you're going on these trails,
And the thing is too, you got to put the weather into
account.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because right now it's got to be slippery and slick out there. It's pretty cold out here.
When you
and
see
up in the higher mountain,
it's
getting
user
colder.
error. You know what I mean? It's you thinking that you can do what you can't do. But luckily I don't think anybody was seriously injured in it. And big shout out goes to the Rocky Mountain recovery team for getting them out. Spending 9 hours out in this frigid cold doing that. But that just, goes to show, watch what you're doing and don't be overconfident in a sense of doing something that you deep down and inside don't think you can do. I'm not trying to hold you back or anything, but when it comes to weather like this, you're not going to try to walk up the Rocky Mountains in 10-foot snow and just shorts and in a tank top. You know what I mean? That's what I'm getting at.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
Well, here's the thing too, like an experience just happened to you probably moments ago. How you were, tell the story. What just happened to you moments ago?
So I'm an avid motorcyclist.
Sure.
Okay. And I love riding my motorcycle to and from work, to point A to point B. And I always keep this sentence or this
mantra,
that says, when you get too comfortable on your bike, it can cause trouble. Or when you get too comfortable on your bike, it's, you're going to get hurt. Okay. So me being me, I always like to push the limits. And, who has a motorcycle or a crotch rocket sports bike out there? Wheelies are fun. Okay. Wheelies are fun. I love them. All right. It's just that adrenaline rush. So I've been doing them for months, and I'm not saying that I'm an expert motorcyclist by any means. I'm not out there doing the Isle of Man. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
So on the way home today, doing wheelies, just popped it a little bit too high, went up, and kid you not, man, I thought I was dumping it right then and there.
Oh, man, you got to be careful out there, man.
Right. Luckily, I kept calm, kept my composure, did what I needed to do, put the front wheel back on the ground.
Your heart pumping a little bit.
Heart pumping, but not too much, but that's what's me being overconfident, you know what I mean? So I'm not too scared, obviously, because I didn't overcorrect. I didn't panic to where I did dump the bike, but when I went up and I was like, oh, shoot, this is happening right now. But luckily, I stayed calm and collected, put the front wheel back on the tire, but I look up and this dude's coming here. He's pulling over. I'm like, dang, dude, he was ready for me to go down, and I got home and I'm honestly going to say
got home white knuckling it, probably shaking a little bit, probably be like, woo.
Yeah.
Did probably Ric Flair roll coming in. You know what I mean?
I'm going to be honest. I did a couple more wheelies on the way home just to make sure I knew what I was doing, I do. Like I said, I was just being a little overconfident and went home. And
hey, man, they say that most accidents happen within a mile within your house.
Yeah, well, that would be true. So anyone, so I just want to let this be a lesson to anyone out there that drives a motorcycle. Don't be overconfident. Don't do anything that is out of your skill range. Okay.
There you go.
But have fun, but don't be stupid, okay? What I did, I could have went seriously wrong. I came over here and I was telling Chris about this, and I was like, hey, man, this is crazy, happened, but I was able to correct myself.
He's like, I'm alive.
Yeah, but
makes me live again.
He really made some sense, and he's like, but what if it would have went wrong? You could have lost an arm, you could have lost a leg, and that really resonated with me. It really, I got 2 kids. I got a family,
and
man.
the thing is too, is like, there's a lot of things happening in the world, and there's a lot of things, like situations that you're uncomfortable with, or there's things that happen that make people want to stay inside or at home, or make people don't want to do this or that. The thing is you can't be scared to live. You know what I mean? You can't be scared to, put your best foot forward and do, things that get your adrenaline pumping a little bit. And that's when I was telling him, I was like, make you feel alive again, didn't it?
It did.
You know what I mean?
But it made me think about a lot that, like, what if, after I came home, it's like, what if, this happened. So I'm just saying, like, just be careful. You know what I mean? Just be careful out there, but, have fun, be careful, be smart, be safe. I was, obviously I had a helmet on. gear on and all that stuff, you know.
Yeah, I
but-
know a few people that I witnessed somebody dump a bike in front of me, and he's like, "You can't ever tell anybody about that because when you're riding motorcycles, it's embarrassing in the bike community to dump your bike. You know what I
Right.
mean? Especially if you're an avid rider or an enthusiast rider. So
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Well, it's a good job that you corrected yourself and then you know.
But like I said, I couldn't have, and it could have been bad.
Yeah. So like I remember this. Wasn't on a motorcycle, but he was on a longboard. He was longboarding First Street. Buddy James back in the day in high school, and I think he got the speed wobbles or hit the rocks or something.
Yeah.
The next day he came in, dude. His face and his arms, his neck, and everything was just road rash.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
dude.
dude, like beef jerky, bro. So
Terrible.
can only imagine what happened if you didn't correct yourself and you scraped yourself pretty good, dude. You would came back two-faced.
Oh yeah, I would have came back pretty messed up, dude. Obviously would have went to the hospital. Some people, wreck their bikes and don't even have a scratch, have maybe one scratch here and there, That's good. That's
You scratching your head. You scratch your head after that, but you know what I mean?
Oh, I did. I definitely scratched my head, and that that goes that's a pretty deep saying. I scratched my head like, what am I thinking? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And scratch my head like
I said,
how
you
did
never
I
know what's
not
gonna
know?
happen, dude. You never know.
Right.
Like there's this young man out there in was it Duluth,
Duluth.
Dakota?
I think so.
Minnesota or Dakota. But anyways, his young man, he was in he's got a football scholarship out there, and he was in the weightlifting room, and he just collapsed dead right after the weightlifting room, man. So
Yeah.
it's like this young man, obviously in college, so he's like 20 something years old.
Yeah.
So it's like you never know when it's your time or what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's upsetting.
Yes, and condolences go out to Reed Ryan's family. They said that he died doing what he loved, and that's another thing. It just goes to show you, man, just don't take life for granted. Do what you love, chase your dreams. And it's just unfortunate circumstance that this happened.
And
to
make
this
the
young
life
man.
that you're comfortable with. You know what I mean? Set yourself goals. Don't set yourself to unrealistic standards. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Every
that's
day,
true.
short goals, or every month, every week. You don't have to have $1 million in one day. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Don't set yourself up for failure. Don't make that bar so high that it's just unattainable. You know what I mean? I'm not going out, waking up in the morning saying like, you know what, today I'm going to get $10 billion, and then I don't get it. And I'm like, man, I'm worthless. I can't get $10 billion in one day, but waking up and being like, you know what, I'm going to have a good day, or I'm going to do this.
I mean,
today.
that's
Something,
a good point. I mean, if if you got something going on and you're just not happy in an everyday process, try to make yourself happy. One step, one process. You know what I mean?
Yeah, one step at a time. Take it slow.
You're not the only one going through it. You know what I mean? If there's definitely people out there that are struggling and, having a hard time, especially in this day and age, because everyone's trying to compare themselves to some kind of influencer or celebrity or some kind of social status or somebody, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, we all have to put one leg in our pants at a time is what they say. So I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Don't be too stressed out, but you got to live your life, man.
Yeah, just live your life. Put your best foot forward, and
don't worry about what people say, because
that's it.
You know what I mean? We live in a small town, and then when you go to a big town, and you definitely, your eyes are open to a lot more perspective. You know what I mean? I was just telling Rocky off the set, I feel like I'm a 10 out of 10, man, but when I go to like big cities, I'm like a 5. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So, I mean, you just got to roll with the punches and know you're not the only one out there or the only one that's going through it. Everyone else is different, and everyone else is going through something that you don't know what they're going through. So
that's right. That's right. And really think about that. Really ponder about that, and just know that you can be your worst enemy, and you can be the hero of that. So just do what you love, be happy, and if what you're doing
get
doesn't
yourself a
make you
hobby,
happy,
man.
Yeah, get
That
yourself
might-
a hobby. That helps me a lot, man.
Get yourself a hobby. Get yourself something going on that
Yep.
get your mind at ease or at focus, or take your time, or get your mind off something that you don't want
Right.
to think about, man.
Yeah, so keep it a hobby though, don't make it too much, because if it becomes too much, it becomes a hassle, burden, and another stressful point. But like me,
Sure.
playing-
I mean, there's like a lot of people watch, football on Sundays. They got a group of friends,
Right.
let's do that. If you want to get together with me, hit me up. I'm down to do anything you want, Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday. I got to work Mondays, but I'm always down to do
Yep.
something. I'm always down to, hang out or have the spot to hang out with, or even if I don't want to do something, you want to come to my house, come over,
Yeah.
man. You can kick it in my garage. It don't bother me.
Yeah, hit us up. The Nuggets are playing. We love watching basketball, football. You got Sundays. We're avid gamers. I love zombies right now. Multiplayer.
Oh, dude, gamer
that's
tag.
a big wind down
Auntie
for me.
XC, hit me up. Let's play some new Call of Duty. They got some new Call of Duty maps coming out December 6th.
Yes, hit me up, Auntie33, ONTI33. And like I've always said, because we say this a lot, but if you send me a friend request or you send me a message, let me know you're sending it through, hearing it through us. You know what I mean? Because
podcast, bro, SmallTown Misfits, bro.
yeah, because I do get a lot of friend requests through there, but it's a lot of people that don't like me.
And the thing is, too, is like,
I don't know why.
And also, thanks for like shouting us out in public too. That's pretty cool, man.
That's
I
big.
got a lot of people like coming up saying, "Hey, I heard you. I found you on TikTok and things like that." And like I've told everybody, this is the guy who runs mostly all of our social media. He's the producer. He's the guy who's taking the time out of his busy schedule to make these videos for you guys. I'm just the guy that has a studio in his house. You know what I mean? He's the brains and the bronze. So, I mean, big shout out to you, Rock. Thanks for doing all this and taking the time out of your schedule. So it's cool, man. It's fun.
It's 50-50, man. Like we're in this together, and without you, we wouldn't have this,
Sure.
So a big shout out to Chris too for allowing us to have this this whole setup, man. I mean, a lot of people don't get this type of situation like this. A lot of people are just doing it in their bathroom, garage, closet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shout out to those people too. But yeah, man, we're just out here trying to make good content and just shoot the breeze.
Shooting the breeze, man.
Shooting the breeze.
Doing this.
What's going on
And the
out
thing
there?
is like I like people doing their criticism, constructive criticism. We listen to it. We don't listen to it. At the end of the day, it's like if you guys really want to do something like this, just do it.
Just do it.
Just do it. It's easy. I got a GoPro. We got a Canon camera. He's got an iPhone.
Yeah.
So we got 3 different cameras rolling. So, I mean, just if you want to do something, just do it, man.
Just do it.
And, we always wanted to do this. I mean, we first started a long time ago. We had a laptop.
Long time ago. I want to say like
like
2017,
It
2016.
was like 5-6 years ago we
Yeah.
started doing this, but we just recently started putting our videos out a couple of years ago. Or
Right,
like
right.
not even a couple of years ago, a few months ago.
Yeah. So, I mean, September was our, I think September was our mark for a year of straight videos.
Was it?
Yep.
Oh man, it's
Year
been
of straight
fun, man.
videos. Yeah, it's been great. It's been fun. So, if this makes you fun making content like this, just, throw up your phone, take a video of yourself, post it,
It's
don't
easy.
be
It's
afraid,
fun.
There's obviously going to be people out there that are going to say something that they don't like, but that's just the world, and
Yeah, there's Comment below, Haters gonna hate, lovers gonna love.
Right,
At the
right.
end of the day, we respect everybody's opinion and comments.
That's right, man. So I want to switch up gears here again.
Switch up gears. We got 28 minutes, bud.
Yeah, so we're at the 28-minute mark, and I always like bringing this up because I believe something's going to be coming up here in the UFC. I believe there's
UFC area. You
Yeah.
wanna talk UFC coming up in the next? I think let's
not the
talk
freak
about
fight card, but I want to talk about the new the upcoming pay-per-view
Pay-per-view?
fight. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's pull this up real quick.
So I just want to say right now that if you even know a little bit about UFC or anything like that, also just comment down below and tell me what you like. Who's your favorite fighter? What was your most recent favorite fight out there? Things like that. What's your favorite type of fighter? That's going to be BBJ. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, BJJ. I'm not as fluent as this as Chris over here, but just let me know who you like. Personally, I like John Bones Jones. I like Israel Adesanya, the style bender. A lot of people out there, Donald Cerrone, Cowboy, he's since retired, a great fighter, and Alex Pereira, honestly, probably one of the best fighters in the UFC right now. And a lot of people know Conor McGregor, obviously one of the best. So, but yeah, so UFC 296.
UFC 296. You got Leon Edwards versus Colby Covington. That's what we're talking about.
Yes, yeah, that's the one.
So like a lot of people are you know, talking about this card recently because Colby Covington just got off that case with George Masvidal. George Masvidal was, you know, he assaulted him outside the arena. But the thing is with Colby Covington, he's all talking all that smack, this, that, and the other. What do you expect when you're, you know, dealing with real fighters? You know what I mean?
That's true.
So he's coming off like that win from Masvidal. But like I said, it's controversy because he hasn't fought in a while. So we'll see what's going on about that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. You know, this, I don't know why I didn't think about this. You know, talking about UFC, you want to talk about a guy that's trying to protect his house, man. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I need you to tell me about this right now.
Yo,
I need you to tell
we're
me
talking about
this.
you're talking about Sean Strickland,
I
right?
am,
So
yes.
Sean Strickland was
Yes,
in the
yes.
news recently about some dude was trying to break into his car or his house or something that was going on. But the news came out today that this guy he got in a car accident, hit somebody.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ran. And then the dude ran to Sean Strickland's house. You know what I mean? Sean Strickland came out with a gun. He's like, "What the hell you doing around here, dude?"
Yeah.
You know, and the guy was
I
like,
mean, the dude was like in between his cars, like it looked like
underneath
he was
his car or
messed up.
something.
Yes.
I don't know. It looked like he was trying to do like a Cadillac converter kind of deal.
Something.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, you know, he walks out with a gun. He's like, "What the hell you doing? This, that, and the other." And you can see the dude trying to run away, and you see Sean push him down. He's like, "You stay right there." You know what I mean?
Oh
It's
my
crazy,
gosh,
dude. Like the karma for that dude to get in a car accident and run away and then get to Sean Strickland's house.
Dude, that's the one dude you don't want to mess with.
Nah, man.
Because I mean, I don't know any context behind it. What I see, this dude coming up into his house. You know, he's got his camera, and to me, it looks like he's kind of messed up. You know, he's like walking, but now it makes sense that he got in a car accident. He's probably just discombobulated.
Yeah.
And he gets in between his two cars, and he's like just hunkered down. And then, you know, here comes Sean, just gung ho, man. And I was like, dude, this dude, he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
It was crazy, man. I'll post the video. Let me know what you guys think. But holy cow, nuts.
Yo, that's funny.
Nuts. But yeah, let us know what you also think about the upcoming UFC fights. Who's gonna be your favorite in that too, and your upcoming favorite UFC fights too. What do you guys think about that? So other than that, you got anything else to say to the
Nah,
Misfits
man, I'm out.
here?
That's it. Love you guys.
All right, peace out.
Peace.